It's Wednesday, and it's definitely now been over a week of Vlogmas. No, it's not Vlogmas. It's Vlogtober. Why do I think it's Vlogmas? That's a bit previous, isn't it? Long sleeve top again today because it's blooming freezing. I mean, it's 10:30, but it's cold. I need to go to the post office, and I've been holding off and holding off and holding off, hoping that the weather might warm up a bit, but it hasn't, and I'm just gonna go now because I just think it's not gonna get any warmer, is it? So I've just been doing a bit of work this morning, listening to the best of Phil Collins on YouTube. Yes, you heard that right. That was the best of Phil Collins. Why, you ask? Well, oh, I have a hair on my lens. Sorry if that was really blurry. Oh, sorry about that. I hope it wasn't too blurry. I just suddenly noticed, I was like, ooh, there's a hair. Yes, every time I've gone on YouTube, I keep getting a, like, you know, YouTube does like the whole recommended thing. I keep getting a recommended thing to watch Phil Collins, so I thought, I'll just listen to the Phil Collins CD then, or the greatest hits, or whatever it, or what, yeah, it's greatest hits. And I don't know why, because I don't know. I'm not against Phil Collins. My parents used to listen to a lot of Phil Collins, so I actually quite like Phil Collins, actually. But, yeah. Because I very often listen to music on YouTube whilst I'm working on the computer. So I guess a lot of people have been listening to Phil Collins' greatest hits because there's been a lot of adverts on the telly about his new album coming out. So I guess it's been pushed up the ratings. So I thought, why not? Let's just listen to it. That's the way it rolls, you know. I've been listing a load of dashboards and stuff on my Etsy shop because I cannot stop making Christmas dashboards. I don't know why, I'm addicted to it. I'll show you some. I'll show you. I don't know why. I just can't stop making dashboards because it's just so fun. I'm not really doing any other crafty projects at the moment. I'm just making dashboards and I just am really enjoying it. I mean, look, how stinking cute are these little children playing with the snowman. Look at this snowman. Look at that. I'm worried that I'm going to burn myself out come Christmas. Like these ones, because I've got some for myself. I'm having to sell these because I've got hundreds of the damn things now. Because I can't stop making them. I really enjoy making them. And I'm going to have to sell some now because I've made a ton of them. A lot of dashboards and washi cards and stuff, so I'm having to sell some because there's only so many that I can use and store and stuff. And John was like, you got a lot of dashboards. I was like, yes, okay, so I'm selling some. So I've just been listing a load on Etsy now, but these ones, I got these not necessarily with Christmas in mind, but with winter in mind, because there's like little woolly mittens, and I thought this isn't particularly Christmassy, this is more like winter. I mean, the Santa's obviously Christmas, but I thought these ones are more like winter. I mean, obviously this design is very Christmassy, and seriously, I mean, I just can't stop. They're so cute. Look at those cute little Christmas robins. I just cannot stop making them. Look at those reindeer bells. They're all glittery with little holly. I'm so excited for Christmas. I mentioned Christmas, but then on my other channel, I'm in October every Friday in October for File Facts Friday, I'm doing a Christmas planning series. So I am super duper in a Christmassy kind of mode. Word. Yeah, I feel very, very Christmassy, and so I've just been on a massive, as I said, Christmas dashboard for File Facts making frenzy. And yeah, so I've now listed a load of it on Etsy because I've got to sell them because I've got so many. I have so many, but I've really enjoyed making them, and it's been quite nice little therapy for me. And who doesn't enjoy sitting and crafting and making stuff, let's face it. So yeah, anyway, I need to go to the post office because all of you lovely people who have ordered stuff from my Etsy shop, I need to get that stuff out to you. So I'm going to brave the cold and go and do it. Oh yeah, by the way, FYI, because I will get some comments complaining. That was not a sales pitch, by the way. It was just this is a vlog, this is a what I'm up to kind of vlog, and that just so happens to be what I was up to, and filofaxing and stuff like that is a major part of my life. So I just wanted to put that out there, that wasn't a sell. I wasn't trying to get you to go over to Matey's shop and sell. Believe me, as people who put stuff out on YouTube, you get some really horrible comments, and you get, I mean, I do block people who are just persistently horrible, because I'm like, seriously, some people watch your videos every day and leave you a horrible comment every day. Seriously, if you don't like me or you don't like my videos, then why do you watch every day? Seriously. But yeah, just wanted to say to you guys that was not a sale. I'm the worst business owner or salesperson in the world, because I never like go buy my stuff. That's just not what I'm about. I was just literally telling you about what I've been up to. So I just wanted to put that out there to you guys, and that's that. We'll say that that's the end of that. But I just wanted to say, because I know I'm probably going to get some crappy comments from it. So thanks, guys. Oh, and I also wanted to say about the comments thing, I enjoy making YouTube videos, and I don't let crappy comments get to me, by the way, so I just either leave them there and ignore them, or I delete them and block the person. So, like, don't worry, I'm totally cool. I'm totally cool, and yeah, I enjoy making YouTube videos, so I'm just going to carry on anyway, and I just make YouTube videos that I enjoy. So just wanted to add that in addition, in case some of you were like then worried about me with bad comments. Okay, so I'm fine. It's part of YouTube. There are trolls out there. They're part of YouTube. I could deal with it now. I've learnt to deal with it, and I just don't even look. Do you know what? I never look at how many subscribers I've got, either on YouTube or on Instagram, anywhere. I'm not interested in how many subscribers I've got, because I just make YouTube videos because I enjoy making YouTube videos. I don't care about numbers or subscribers, and I just know that there are some sad people out there who leave crappy comments, and I just don't bother about them anymore. When I first started doing YouTube, they really upset me and got to me. Now I'm like, jog on, pal, you know, I'm not bothered by it now. So yeah, don't feel worried for me or bad for me or anything like that. I just wanted to say that I'm like totally cool, and I'm gonna stop talking random rubbish. Brr, look, it's coat on time. Got me coat on. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can put you in the full mirror, and then you can see. Oh, I've got my belly hanging out. Let me pull my top down, and let me put my keys down, because I'm just like, very difficult when you've got a dodgy finger and you're trying to do stuff. Right, hang on. Let me turn you around. I'll show you. I've got my coat on. There we go. I've got my coat on and my boots on. Yeah, I love this coat. I bought this last year. In November last year. It's an animal coat, like by the brand Animal. I just really like it. And the first time I saw John's parents after I bought this coat, John's dad turned around and said, "Oh, that looks like a practical coat." Like, seriously, you do not, I don't know about you guys, but in my opinion, you do not tell a girl that looks like a practical coat. After that point, I was like, oh, great. And his dad was like, no, what I mean is it looks very warm and like practical, it'll keep you dry. And I'm like, yeah, no, seriously, I don't want a practical, yeah, okay, alright, yes, I do want a practical coat because I want to keep warm and I want to keep dry, but you know what I mean? I want a little bit of fashion. I mean, I'm not a massive follower of fashion, but you know what I mean? I was like, practical coat, seriously? Yeah, there we go. Anyway, coat is on. I usually, when I go to the post office, I usually go the short way, like just at the end of my road. I usually go the short way, and on the way back, I normally go the long way, which takes me back past the lake. Today, I'm going there and back by the short way because I don't plan on being out very long, and I'm not going to take you guys with me because it's blooming cold and there's nothing to see, really, other than a couple of houses and the post office, which isn't that exciting because I'm not going to go to the lake. So, I'll catch you when I come back because there's a few things I want to talk about when I come back. Cold out there, and I think I got to the back fairly in good time because the skies are all grey. Anyway, I want to do meal planning and food shopping next, and I received a few questions about that because I often do, because I'm quite well known on this channel for talking a lot about food. It's a very food orientated channel. Do you like myself food? So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to run you through how I do it and what I do and all that kind of stuff. But first I need to have something to eat, because I find that menu planning makes me ravenously hungry, and I'm more likely to do crazy meal plans if I don't have something to eat first. So I'll eat and then I'll run through it with you. Right then, let's meal plan. I will link below to the one video I did during Vlogmas. It's very similar, probably changed a little bit, but very similar. So here we go. So the first things first is I always make myself a cup of tea. That is a must. I actually really enjoy meal planning, so I sit down with my cup of tea. I've got my pad and my pen. I have on the notice board there, up the top hand corner there, I have a magnetic pad, and on there I just basically keep a list of things that we run out of, that I know that I will definitely need to get when I go or when I do the shopping. So I rip that off, so that I've got that. I mean, some of these things will naturally be, apparent when I do my meal plan, because a recipe will say I need it. But sometimes, like stock cubes, custard, those sort of things are a staple. So anything we think of during the week, basically, that we want or we run out of, we just write it on this pad, on the noteboard, and just rip it off when it comes to planning. And I also have on there, this is magnetic as well, it's a weekly food meal planning sheet, and I actually stock these in my Etsy shop, which is why I use them, because I really like them. And it does have the days of the week on there, although I use it basically because it's got 7 spaces, but I'm not too worried. Like some nights we may change that to a different night or whatever. I'm not that kind of set in stone or whatever about it. So yeah, so I grabbed this. This was last week's menu. I just ripped that off, and then I've got a blank one to start with, and that just, helps me. The next thing I do is I go over to my book cupboard. I love my cookbooks. I do have more cookbooks than this in the pantry. These are just like my most used or my favourite ones. And at the moment, the vegan cookbook by Adele McConnell is a really, really good staple one. So I'm going to pull that out. If you've been watching our vegetarian life videos, you'll know that because you've seen this a lot. I'm not doing the vegetarian life videos at the moment because I'm doing Vlogtober, and I kind of talk about food and basically stuff that's going on in this video, basically. So I'm not doing the vegetarian life videos at the moment. So that, I'm really loving this cookbook. Really enjoyed some of the stuff that we had. Oh, I can't use that hand. Really enjoyed having some of the recipes that last week from this book, The Vegan Taste of Mexico. So I'm going to grab that out again. Sometimes I go online. I might do that later, go on Pinterest for kind of sweet treats and things, because if I'm perfectly honest, I just really enjoy looking through cookbooks. I know that there's like a massive wealth of recipes out there online. For me, I just really enjoy just sitting down and flicking through my books. It's just the way it goes. I just really enjoy that. So yeah, but I feel like doing some treats, so I might look on the net later, and I might actually go, sometimes I sit there with my Kindle and look on the net, but I might just do that upstairs on the computer. It's just a bit bigger, a bit easier. So there's 2. I usually choose 2 or 3 books, and usually that kind of like the book of the moment, or the favourite book of the moment. As I said, this vegan book is like an all-time favourite. The River Cottage Veg is also an all-time favourite. And I just usually pluck 1 or 2. A lot of the books at the top there are general cookbooks, so they have meat recipes in them as well. So you kind of have to flick through them a bit. I'm not going to get rid of them because I do really like those books. And particularly now we're eating more vegan than we are vegetarian, it's like a bit more tricky. So yes, so I'm just trying to decide what the third book is, and I don't know. I'm not normally this indecisive. I just feel like let's have a little bit of a butcher's at let's have a bit of a butcher's, excuse the pun, at Delia's winter collection, because I'm in the mood now. It's getting colder for some more wintry type things. Yeah, let's just leave it at those 3 books for now, and I'll take them over to the breakfast bar. And what I do is I just basically flick through and find a recipe that I like the look of, takes my fancy. I write it on here, and then I write the ingredients that I need on this pad. So that's what I'll do now. The window cleaner was just here and caught me talking to myself, and I was a bit like, yeah, I'm going to put the camera down now. So I've cut that. I'm going to edit that bit out where I'm like, the window cleaner's here. So I've done. I did manage to find one recipe from the Delia book, which was quite good actually. And I did end up pulling the River Cottage book out again. So this is where we're up to. And also pulled out my vegetable meal planning sticky notes. I do use those quite a lot. I use these thin ones to mark the pages. Sometimes I use this if I want to go shopping just for a few items, but I used that this time on here. So I've got the list of meals down here. So I've got my 7 meals, although this, to be honest with you, I always plan for 7, but this usually ends up stretching to like 10, because some of the meals end up doing like 2 nights, or, you know, sometimes in the week we'll end up going to like John's parents for dinner, or you know, something like that, or going out, or, you know what I mean. So yeah, I plan for 7, and then I've got a post-it note here, because in the week, Jonathan takes like leftovers for work. Oh look, they're kissing. Oh, they stopped. They were kissing. Oh, that was so sweet. You girls can be so sweet. You're going to stop kissing now, aren't you? Thought so. Yeah, so in the week, like, John takes leftovers or salad or something for work, and I have leftovers or whatever for lunch too. But at the weekend, John likes to have a nice lunch. So I've got the week of main meals there, and then this post-it is two things for lunch. So the way I do my shopping list is because the reason I do it like this is because when I used to go into the supermarket, I used to put all the vegetables in one section, all the store cupboard stuff, all the cleaning stuff, all the fridge stuff, so that when I went round the aisles, I could do all the veg stuff rather than having to jump all over the place. Now I do it online, it's not quite so much of a bother. I just carry on doing it like that. So my list isn't finished yet. It looks like a lot because it's a massive stock up on store cupboard stuff. Like, there's lots of herbs and spices that we've run out of. And what I do is, while I'm writing the recipe, I will put things down like tomato puree, for example. I couldn't remember whether we'd got any or not, so I put a question mark next to it. Same with rice. Do we need more rice? That sort of thing. And so what I do now is I kind of go around my cupboards with my list, and I have a look at what we're short on and what we're not, and that kind of stuff. So if we have tomato puree, because I can't remember if we have, if I have it, then I'll scrub it out of my list. If we don't have it or we need more, I'll leave it on my list. That's what I do. And also, like with cleaning products, I'm now going to go round the cupboards and look to see what cleaning products we need. And then when I go upstairs to do my food order, I shall look at our toiletries and loo roll and stuff and see what we need and add them to my list as well. So that's kind of how I do my meal planning and sort my shopping list out. The other question I get asked quite a lot is how I choose my meals. And basically, as I said, like with the books, I literally just randomly, or, you know, I go to my favourite books of the current time, and or just a book that I fancy using, and I just flick through. I mean, this week we have gone for a lot of the same sort of meals that we had last week or the week before, because we're really loving some of those meals we've had in the vegan cookbook, and they're easy and we know we really like them. So I just did that. And also what I try and do is at least try and do one new recipe in a week, or one that I haven't done for a long time, just to kind of vary up a bit so we're not eating the same things all the time. And also I try and do a few meals where we've already got stuff in the cupboard. I mean, I know, for example, we've got some courgettes or zucchinis left in the fridge, and they're still really good. So I've done a recipe this week that will use courgettes so that I can use up the food that we've already got. But this week is going to be a mammoth bumper shop, because of it's kind of like once a month I do a massive shop with all the store cupboard stuff, and as I said, I've got a lot of herbs and spices. So I'm just going to go around now and do my cleaning product and all my product check, and then we'll go upstairs and shop. I'm a little bit on the windswept side because the weather warmed up here, and my next door neighbour knocked for me and asked if I wanted to go out for a walk. My next door neighbour is retired. He's 70. He's a lovely, lovely man. In fact, he was the one I went and knocked on when I did my hand. Because I nearly fainted, obviously, because it's painful and stuff. I won't go into the gory graphic details, I promise you. And I knocked on his door, and he was the one that helped me and sorted me out. And he runs the village photography club, and obviously, having been a photographer, I help him and, do stuff with him for the club and all that kind of stuff. And he asked me if I wanted to go for a walk and see if we could take any photos of stuff. So that's what I've been doing. So anyway, now I'm back up in my office and I'm on the computer. I've just logged into the place. I use Ocado for my shopping because of where we live, and also Ocado are really good at doing kind of a lot more alternative stuff, and very good for vegetarians and vegans, I've found. So yeah, I mean, I've only really used Sainsbury's online, but I'm happy with Ocado, so I stay with Ocado. So basically what I do now is I just take the items on my list, find it on the website, add it to my cart and check out, and then that's it. So there's all my shopping, everything that I've ordered, you can see. And so I'm just going to do the checkout process, and I'll get it delivered for Friday morning. So that's it then, my dears. That's kind of like the process, and I will be getting that delivered on Friday morning. So I'll show you what I bought. I'm going to end the vlog here. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and the video is already going to be really long, so I'm going to end it here so that it's not really long for you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.